Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Jesse Bartman, and this is Bartman's Bits. So if you clicked on this video, I'm pretty sure you're aware that Star Wars Squadrons has released today. It is officially the 2nd. Here it's pretty late, actually, so it's been out for a while, but I was at work. Now I'm home, I can finally play it. So I'm going to bring you guys through the initial setup. We're going to set up the HOTAS, the hands-on throttle and stick. I've got my X55 Rhino. I've also got a set of Logitech rudder pedals that I'm going to try to pair. And once we set everything up just regular on the 4K display here, then we're going to switch over to the Valve Index and see how the VR is for this, because that's kind of the selling point of this game. The fact that it can be played regular or in VR. Now I can just imagine being in a TIE fighter or in an X-Wing just to see how it is when you're in VR, fully immersed with the cockpit and how everything looks. I also want to check some frame rates, how the 2080 Ti that I have here handles the VR experience, because in games like DCS, or I'm sure when Flight Simulator finally has a VR option, frame rates suffer significantly in those games. So we're going to see exactly what kind of problems we run into and try to fix them along the way. So let's dive right in. Let's go ahead and open it up. I am curious to see how it's going to handle the HOTAS here. You know, it was a real pain trying to get this thing to work with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Before it was recognized with no issues, and now it's not. So there have been issues trying to get these to work with games that aren't supposed to natively support them. A game like this is especially targeted towards people with controller. Okay. So what we're going to do now that we're in the main menu here is we are going to, I skipped forward. There was some character setup where you choose your character, and it went through a little bit of the story. Then it started to get into like a flight training. So instead of doing that, we're going back to the menu here. That way we can go straight to setting up all the controls. That way you guys can see that. So I think, well, let's just do a quick match here, and then no. Quick match. I don't want to be trying to fly around fixing everything as we go. Let's go into the story, and then I'll restart the story. That way, as it brings you through it, you can start to set things up as it asks you, hey, try this out, or try to shoot with this. If it's not mapped correctly, it's going to let you know, and you can go in and change it. And we'll show you how to do that in a second here. So we'll restart.
Sensor online and tracking. Now, throttle up and
right off the bat, the stick is moving my view around. So throttling up does nothing. All right. Roll on the stick is actually giving me. Okay, so it's all messed up. Everything's messed up. So the throttle doesn't work right off the bat. When I want to roll, I have to twist the stick. I should be using the rudder pedals for yaw, not this stick. So I don't think the rudder pedal does anything. No, it's not assigned at all. And all the buttons and switches are not correct. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and escape into controls. Customize controls? Yes. Okay. Okay, so it does show up. That's a good sign. SayTech Pro. Okay. All three of them as stick 1, 2, and 3. Stick, throttle, and pedals. All right. So let's go into controls, customize, change. Flight. There we go. Okay. And nope, plate stick. Hey, all right. So I'm assuming, just like in Flight Simulator, you're going to click yes. Excellent. So that was pitch up, axis down. That might have to be inverted. Pitch down. There we go. Yaw right. All right, it did pick it up. Yaw left. Excellent. Roll right. Okay, so there is one gotcha if you're using the X55 Rhino like I am, or any other Saytech products that use this programming software. If you have any kind of curve profile set up, some people like to use something that deadens it around center and then has like an exponential increase right away. Whatever the curve may be, if you do have that applied when you're in the game, it will not be able to recognize your roll input. So what you have to do is come back into the software here and set it up so all of your axes are linear, straight line. And you can see it in the curve profile down at the bottom. Set it as a straight line from bottom left to top right. Apply it, go back in there, and when you go to set up that axis, it's going to register it. That one kind of tricked me for a little bit, but now it's all set up and we'll get back to it. Perfect. Axis left, throttle increase, throttle decrease. Perfect. Okay, so boost. What do I want to set my boost as? I kind of like boost targeting. Oh, that's 5. Okay. Well, all right. So they are assigned. The switches on here are assigned. I'm assuming that's for when you have VR on, so you don't have to grab the mouse. You can use buttons for navigation. That's pretty smart. So for boost, let's go ahead and assign that 6. Fire is 1. Yep. I don't know about the rest of these. I'm just gonna, countermeasures, I'll do the same one that I usually do for countermeasures. Show loadout. We should probably make that something over here. There we go. So it does pick which stick that you're pressing the button on, and then assign it a number, which on the X55 Rhino, there's plenty of options. I'm sure you can assign every single one of the options on here to an individual switch without having to touch the keyboard, which is great because you can just keep your hands right here, ready for the action. Increase engine power. Let's go that one. Increase weapon power. Let's pull it back for that. Increase shield. Okay, so this is kind of like on Elite Dangerous, where you can set your priority to which system. You can set your power to be channeled to weapons or engine, depending on what you're doing in the fight. So shield, let's do left. And then there's a balance. Okay, balance power. 12. So it'd be up for engines, down for weapons, left for shields, right to balance everything back out. That should work for now. Select target ahead. I do like having that as that button there. Cycle targets. Let's do, cycle targets. Let's have it be that one there. Target my attacker, down. No, there was a auxiliary weapon. Fire, okay, so fire right and left. I already have that, so I need countermeasures should always be, it is that one. Okay, so wonder what the difference between dumbfire and combo. I'm assuming combo means you have to press them both. I'm sure they'll tell me how to do that. Well, we'll set those up later. I am not going to remember these at all. It's going to take a while to remember what I've set up. That's why it's good to go through the story first, where they bring you through everything, let you get used to all that. They let you get used to everything first before going into these quick matches with people that are probably using controllers that have a default setup, something that you're familiar with. Okay, well, let's see if it works. Save and exit. Back, close. Okay, so what do we got? Throttle works, roll works, yaw works. Oh, that's great. And pitch down, pitch up. Okay, so I should be able to, oh, there we go. Okay. And you can change the sensitivities and everything in that same screen. I'm trying to fly this like an airplane. I can't do that. I have to use mostly left and right instead of rolling. I've been doing so much Flight Simulator lately that I rarely use the rudder, except for takeoff and landing. When you're flying just normal, it's mostly just banking and pitching up and down. Here, you definitely use a lot of rudder. Oh yeah, it's not actually a rudder. Okay. Yes, that looks pretty great. Now I have noticed that the track IR is not lighting up, which means that it's not working. It's not recognizing it. I wonder if there's a setting in there that you can change for that. I suppose what we should be doing now is trying out the VR. Because it looks pretty great as it is here. But without being able to look out around, like in Elite Dangerous, you lose a lot of that sensory, being able to look up and to the sides.
Looks like someone is testing battle formations.
Better here than in the field again.
Okay, half throttle for faster turns. Okay then.
Keep your distance, Helix. Those engines run hot enough to vaporize us.
I'm sure he's saying something, but I don't know what it is.
I've known a few daredevils who found that out the hard way.
TIE pilots push the limits. Sometimes the limits push back.
Okay. Oh, that's going to take some getting used to. Alright. Oh, that was a hit.
All systems
I
calibrated.
didn't think the TIE fighters were that big.
The vigilance reports Argo's anti-transport is ready.
Helix Squadron.
Okay, we'll just hit this checkpoint and then we'll switch over to VR.
Sure thing.
Which one was... Nope, that wasn't right.
Throttle down below the Gazanti so its locks can engage.
Okay, it takes over. Okay, so I'm going to get my headset set up, and then you should be able to toggle directly into VR while you're in the game like this, and Steam VR should just set itself up, and you should be able to put them on. So let's try it out. Okay, so that was very painless. All you have to do is go into the options, go to VR settings, and then toggle VR. And see where we're at. Okay, continue in VR, press space. Okay, look forward. Let me make sure I got my, there we go, calibrated. Okay, so it says look forward and hit the dash key. I think that's the dash. There you go, That's the dash. Perfect. Okay. Let's see, looking at my frame rates here, I don't know if you guys can see that when I look down. No, you can't. Okay, so I do have FPS VR kind of down in my view here, and we're sitting at a locked 45 frames and 50% reprojection ratio. So, I mean, that's playable. That's definitely playable. I would like to see that a little bit higher, but I do have the refresh rate set at 90. That way, if you can't hit 90, it's going to drop down to 45, and it won't keep trying to switch back and forth. So I think I'm just going to leave it there for now. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and get back into it. Okay. Go ahead and keep those off my ears. That way I can hear myself talking. All right. Okay. That is fantastic. Oh, yep, you can see up the top. You can look around. Great. Yeah, there you go. Ah, that looks really great. It's actually fairly clear. Everything is very clear in the valve index here. Okay, so it moves around. Excellent. Okay, well, let's try some gameplay here. Follow. I feel like it's a little bit easier to do this in VR. Wow, I feel like if those keep popping out of nowhere like that, they're just gonna smush me. Wow, that looks great. I'm sorry, buddy, I'm not gonna follow you. I'm just gonna kind of fly around for a little bit here. Ooh, okay. Oh, that. Well, if you are not too great with VR, this game will definitely get you a little bit motion sick. Potential target. Fair enough. Alright, so what do we got here? Man, that looks great. Okay, I really got to get used to the controls here. So far, not a lot of skipping, not a lot of drop frames. We're still sitting at a pretty solid 45. Scan and approach, continue, okay, whatever. There we go, so targeting works. Approach the target and scan, there we go. Starting to get a hang of flying around. have to shoot it more. Okay, okay. You're welcome. Whoa, okay. All right. Does that go through targets? Oh, that was, I set it up as this one? There we go. Oh, this is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Oh, okay. All right, so overall experience, that is intense. I actually didn't get the full experience because I had the headphones up, so all the sounds and everything weren't quite as loud as they should be to make it fully immersive. But man, once you get this set up and get used to the fact that you have to use your feet to turn, combined with the roll and pitch and throttle, you're using all of the different axes there, then once you can master that, it's going to be very easy to control your ship and to maximize your maneuverability. I have to say that I definitely prefer VR, and with the new Reverb G2 and the Quest 2 coming out, I think we got a real winner of a game here. Well, I'm going to go ahead and jump into multiplayer and see how badly I can get beat. I'm sure I'm going to be making more setup videos in the future. Don't forget to subscribe to check those out, and I'm going to get back to gaming.